Tammy Rousey with Trendy Treasures, and this morning I wanted to show you that I've already completed a work wreath form by attaching the 18 pipe cleaners on there, 10 on the bottom and 8 on the top. This is the sign that I'm going to be working with today. See it there, there you are. And I'm going to show you how. Let me move this up a little bit for you, excuse the hands, so you can see my mesh roller. And I'm going to be using Susie's Ultimate Mesh Roller. And I'm going to come through here and we're going to make poofs on this particular one. So how I started out is I get all my mesh lined out down here, and I started about an inch from the end, and I just place it out, and then I just use the gathering. I push my thumbs down and I just walk it out, and I walk it about, try to keep it about an inch, and I keep it all walked out and come on down here with this. And when we get to the end, we're going to attach it to the work frame with a zip tie. You can use any color, however you want. I also, when I get to this end here, so when I try to clean this up so it looks like a nice straight cut was made. Alright, then I'm going to take our zip tie. You're going to open up the zip tie that you're going to start with, and you just place it here and use the second wire. Don't go down at the very bottom, use the second one, okay? You're going to bring your zip tie through here. You're going to pull it up. You're going to attach it in there. These little guys are great, but boy, they sure make your fingers work extra hard. I got to spin that around, sorry. Alright, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas, I believe. Perfect. And then we're going to tighten that up as tight as you can, and then you're going to take off the excess, and we are going to cut that. All right, and here we go. And I'm going to do 12-inch poofs. I'm going to leave this open because we're going to end right here, and then we're going to jump up to the top. All right, so I'm going to look. You can use if your mat has a ruler on it, I like to gather this up and keep it all going the same direction with my ends turned down. That just keeps a nicer poof. You're able to work with it better. I slide it through my hands, go to 10, I come up and I'm going to grab into the first, and I do it like a mouth that opens up. So I want to open my pipe cleaners, put that in there. I'm going to push it to the frame, push my finger down, hold it very tight, and I give it 3 nice good turns. That's what I like to do. And then I come back and open up my poof. Okay? And that's what we're going to do all the way around the bottom, and then I jump up to the top, and we're going to go all the way to the top and do that. So here's 12 inches. We're going to go to the next pipe cleaner. We're going to open that up. We're going to lay that right down there in the mouth. Kind of reminds me of Pac-Man. I might be telling my age, but it kind of opens the mouth and stick it right in there. And then I fluff out my poof. So, and then I gather it all, and if it starts to turn, just take back and walk it back through your fingers, keeping it all the direction you want it to go. And then I kind of pull it taut again. 12 inches, and I go right in here to the next. And 3 good tights. Open it up. This is really pretty Easter. I thought it would be very pretty with our sign. It's going to be very pretty. All right, so is everyone freezing out there? Whew. It's very cold this morning in Kansas City. I don't actually live in Kansas City, but I'm in a suburb of Kansas City. So we kind of have the same weather that they get because we're really close. But it was chilly start this morning. All right, again, push that all the way in. We do 12-inch poofs. We're going to push that right into the frame. Give it 3 good tugs. Keep it tight while you're putting it in there. open up your poof. And here we go again. I'm going to turn that under a little bit because I don't want it to roll on me. So I'll just walk this through again. And you can do however feels good for you, works for you. These are just the things that I use that I've learned that helps me. So feel free to do whatever works best for you. But I will say, I want to do a tutorial on doing the work frame for you. I would do the work frame, and I didn't know we were supposed to put those pipe cleaners around 2 wires, and I would put them on one and they would slide around, and I couldn't figure out why everybody else's was staying on there so nice and neat and mine just looked like a mess. And finally figured out that you got to put them around 2, the top 2 for the top row and the bottom 2 for the bottom, and you got to pull pretty good, little snug on them. And I do 3 times around, just like I'm doing the mesh, because it seems to get a nice tight grip on the wire, and it just starts off your base being, you can go less once you start doing your tails and your tubing if you choose or whatever, but at least it gives you a good base going on the beginning of your wreath, so I like that. All right, there we go. Sometimes those pipe cleaners get you, or the mesh get you. Just seem like you work with it, trying to keep it all from attacking you. All right. If you want to like my page, go up into the top corner. I guess it'd be, you can't see it over there, the top corner. Hit the 3 little dots. It'll come down. You can go for live notifications, so you'll be notified when I go live. And like and share. I appreciate all the love. Liking is sharing, and love, and I'll take all that I can get. I appreciate everyone. Pass it along. Feel free to. Have any questions, always send me a message. Give me a reply. On something you like or want to know about, and I'll be glad to answer all your questions. I will get back to each and every one of you. And I try to do that within 24 hours, if not sooner. So just be patient with me, because I will get you, and all questions are important. Right now, Hobby Lobby has everything on their Deco Mesh for 50% off. All their ribbon is 50% off. They have St. Patrick's is 30, and their Easter, all the Easter decor and their pictures and signs and everything are 40. So they've got a pretty good deal on some sales if you're able to pick some of those up and you want to look at them instead of going to the websites. I kind of like doing both. If I need something that day, then I'll go to Joann's, Michael's, or Hobby Lobby. I always try to catch everything on sale. That just helps for you to buy things less expensive, and you're able to stock up on more supplies or just whatever you're needing. So now we're ready to go to the top. So what I'm going to do is jump up here and I'm going to go on and zip tie this and attach it up here as well, so it doesn't roll or come backwards or anything. So just grab you another zip tie, put it on here, so when we go, we don't have to cut it. This is also good if you're using partial rolls of mesh. Then you can use one roll on the bottom and finish that off, and jump up to the top and use the next row up there. All right, so here we go. We're going to start here and do our 12-inch poofs again. And jump up here and start up here. Get that, make sure that's nice and tight in there. Give it 3, and then we're going to work out our poof. Grab up in there with your hand. You don't have to do it. Everybody gets their own way. And it's certainly not wrong. It's whatever's comfortable for you. This is supposed to be fun and enjoyable. You can make it a business if you chose to. But you also can do everything you see for fun. And so I'm going to walk this back down because it was rolling. Get my mesh going the right direction for me. Find my 10. But make it fun. Have fun with it. Figure out what works best for you, how you like to handle it, roll it, work it. It's all what you like, really. It's because you want it to be fun. If you're not having fun with it, then you need to figure out what would make it fun for you, and try different techniques or different ways to do stuff. There's this method that I'm going to do on this one, which is a poof, ruffle, and roll. The poof is what we're doing. I'm doing 12-inch poofs. I'm going to turn around, and I chose to do 29-inch ruffles. I always run out, it seems like, when I do 30. And 1 inch doesn't hurt, but yet it gives you a chance to have enough ruffles on your roll of mesh without always having to start and get a new one. So I don't think, in my opinion, that the 10-inch or the 1 inch makes a difference instead of doing 30. So I do 29, and then I'm pretty safe to get things. I've never ran out that way. When I do the 30, sometimes I don't know if they just mess up on the rolls or what, but I hate to be in the middle of a project and then not have enough, can't finish it, have to wait, can't find that supply, or whatever it is. I just find that for myself, I do the 29. And when I do a roll, I do 10-inch rolls, unless it's kind of a cheaper mesh, and then if it's cheap, it's going to fray and ravel, and I don't care for all that, so I will do 11-inch roll, maybe a 12 if I've got extra and it's really just terrible. I might do a 12-inch, but most of the time, if it's your better mesh, then I will do a 10-inch. You'll soon find out when you buy and shop. You're going to find out what mesh you like, what drives you crazy, what ones you want to work with, and you'll get your own niche for what you want to use. So I'll use it all. I'll go to the Dollar Tree and stock up on everything, because you can make some really cute wreaths, and you don't have to charge a fortune for them. And there are people out there that want to have all this and can't afford some of that. So it really helps for other people to have some of your wreaths that you make, that you're selling, and they can purchase them, and they're just as cute, and you can do just as well on those as you do on the more expensive mesh, and that way everybody gets a chance, because not everybody can afford the $100 ones. A lot of people can afford a $40 one. I was at Michael's and I took some pictures. They had a couple of wreaths and they were terrible. I put backs on all my back, but they had the opening like this. They didn't even have it poofed out. They didn't even use any kind of mesh on their project, and they wanted $50 for it, and I was just in shock. I was like, you got to be kidding me. $50? But that's what they had on it. That's what they asked for it. I don't know if they got it. I'm sure somebody went in there, but when they look at our stuff on the website, they'll have people like, oh, that's too expensive, you know. Well, if you go out and price it, a 21-inch roll, 30 feet long, unless you get it on sale, is run anywhere from $10 to $15, just depending on where you buy it and what you pay for it. And the smaller 10-inch, 30 feet long deco mesh rolls can be anywhere from $8 to also $10 unless you get it on sale. So if you're putting any of those in, it adds up quickly. So people don't realize the cost. Then if you add a sign, and a sign, of course, you can get them at Dollar Tree, which are really cute too, and you can get them for $1. But if you're not getting them there and you're purchasing them other places, you're paying sometimes $15 for a sign, $6, $5. You know, they range all over. So you just have to shop sales, shop often, and so yeah. All right, we've come to the end. So what I do is I gather all this up, just like we did at the beginning. And this time I'm going to allow for 1 inch. I'm going to cut that off. Careful when you're cutting and you don't cut your finger or cut your poofs you've already done or any of that. So just watch it. Hang on to it. Take your last, I always get 3 out so I don't have to stumble over it. Get your last zip tie. Go on and zip tie that in there. Get it pulled up. And get that secure. Pull it very tight. And trim that off. Alright, and then come back and finish walking out the rest of your poofs. Get them all poofed out like you want them. Of course, we're going to add the ruffles and the ties and the tubing and all of our other things. But there you go. How pretty is that? That is the poofs. So I hope you like it. I'm going to show more tutorials on how to do things, but that's our poofs. Our 12-inch poofs on a 14-inch work frame. That was a Dollar Tree work frame, and it's $1. And I added the pipe cleaners. I added 10 on the bottom, 8 on the top, spaced them. 4 inches isn't quite enough, but if you do about a 4 1/4 all the way around, they'll come out almost perfect. So there you go, beautiful. Thank you so much. Remember to like, share. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and you guys have a fabulous day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.